Hello, friends, and welcome back to Too Many Minis. My name's Ozzy. Last year, I painted 242 minis, and I was really pleased with that. That's good. I don't know how many I bought. Might have been more. It was more, but I've got too many minis, as the name suggests, and I want to do more this year to get through my models and to just get more models painted. So I want to challenge myself to paint 365 models in the year. That's the plan. And I don't know if anybody else wants to try and do 365 models in the year. If anybody, I know some people paint 600 or something incredible. But I want to do that, and I want to talk a bit about how I'm going to go about that and what I've done in January already. One of the first things I painted this year is some night goblins, or some gloomspite gits, if you will, in the modern terminology. I've got a unit of 20 that I painted up. I haven't based them all. I have based 6 of them. The base is taking as long as the models, I would say, because I've been kind of hand sculpting those bases to make them look like the bases that come on the Zarbags, Gits, Underworlds, Warband, and Molog's Mob and stuff. These kind of nice cavey stalagmites and mushrooms. So I'm trying to make more bases for that. Am I doing an old world army or an AOS army? Don't know, but there's quite a lot of Gloomspite stuff in the Stormbringer magazine that I'm getting. I think if I paint that all up, I've got an AOS force, especially if you add in a giant. And if I do fancy playing the old world with a little bit of movement trades which take the round bases and a little bit of creativity with how I base some of the other ones, the other models, I think I can run them in the old world. For instance, like the Fanatics are on, I think, 32mm bases for AOS and 25mm for the old world. So I'm thinking of just magnetizing them and having 2 bases that they can switch between. Similarly, with the characters and stuff that would join units, they'll need to be on 25s to fit in the movement trays for the old world, but they're mostly on bigger ones for AOS. And I can play them in Warcry, and I'm into it. I'm thinking a similar thing with Scaven. I love Scaven. I'm trying to pick up the Island of Blood Scaven models, and I've painted up Scritch from the Underworld's Warband, and I've got the rest of his Warband on the go, and I've got the other Plaguey Warband on the way, and I'll get the Ninja Assassin one, and I've bought some Clan Rats the other day, and yeah, I'm just getting going with Skaven. And again, so the reason why I talk about them first is the Skaven and the Night Goblins are things I want to paint quickly. And the Night Goblins, I'll do a little video on them, but a lot of that is done with a rattle can. It's a black spray and then a purple zenithal from the top. That does a lot of the work for me. Skaven is going to be almost all contrast and metallics, and a bit of dirty down rust. So I think I can do them quite quickly. My Cities of Sigmar project, which I started at Christmas, I've had some good progress with that. I've finished 3 models, but I've got the rest of a unit of 10 steel helms to pad out the one I've finished as a test model. And I've got the, whatever he's called, Warforger, the Iron Wizard guy, on the go. And I'll build up a second unit of steel helms, and I've got the Free Guild Command Corps arriving any minute, and I can't wait to paint them because they're just some of the best models they've ever made, some of the best Citadel miniatures ever. So I'm going to jump on them. They're not super quick. I mean, I've done them in quite a fussy style, but that's fine. They're not like a horde army. I think I can pick my way through them, and after them, maybe it's a Great Cannon or some Fusiliers. I'm looking forward to them slowly turning into an army. I'm also played Curse City last night, game with Simon doing our campaign, and that has rules now for some of these Cities of Sigmar characters. And I'm actually also keen to paint up. We've been playing with his set, which is beautifully painted set of Curse City, but I'm actually going to paint up I took my Free Guild Marshal into Ulfenkarn yesterday, and I'm going to paint up my Brutog, the big ogre, my Imelda, the kind of knight, to match my Cities of Sigmar army, which I've chosen to represent the city of Vineport, which is somewhere in the Mortal Realms. You know, it's a bit nautical, hence the Greek wavy pattern on the cloak. I'm always painting up little Marvel United chibi models for playing the game with my kids. I love the game. It's a fantastic co-op game, and I'm always painting up little models for that. I completed a few in January with a kind of X-Men theme, Magneto and Iceman, Silver Samurai and Kitty Pryde. I've got more on the table in front of me, Juggernaut there, Quicksilver, They're in progress. At some point, another 100 and something of them will arrive to paint, so I'm going to keep painting them, and I do them quite quickly as well. They're really just big block colors. I don't want to do, you don't want to wash them, and it's just highlighting and sort of manual shading. Keep it pretty simple. And for Middle Earth, it's our slow grow January first month, 200 points of Lurts and his scouts, and I painted them up. They're pretty much finished. I'm calling them done, but I might add a couple of little highlights on there, and I haven't done the little white hands on their shields. I've got lots more to do for month 2. I'm going to be adding Vrasku and 8 crossbows. I've got tons of crossbows, so I'm going to prime them all at once, but I don't know if I'll paint them all right now. And then adding a little random smattering of other units, some berserkers, a Dunlending, and some Dunlending wildmen, just to make it interesting, see what I like. And a banner, most importantly. I really miss having a banner. I've got a Marine kill team, the strike team Justian. Anyway, the little Space Marine Heroes kill team. I've got them to finish. They're pretty close to done, but I've got to finish them. So my finished models for January is 25. But I've got an awful lot on the cusp, and so I think February should be a big month for finished models. So I would say I'm a bit behind schedule right now for finished, but there's a lot of work gone into stuff which I can finish off in February. I think if I keep doing big units and batch painting big units throughout the year, maybe I can hit this 365 target. I don't think it's too wild. And sometimes I need a bit of a kick to speed up, because I'm not a great finisher of these things. I get models to a really almost finished state, and then I kind of leave them, and they stay on my paint desk because I know they're not finished, but I want them to be. And with the Scaven and Gloomspites, there could be quite big, sizable armies to build this year. Not forgetting my Gene Stealer cultists. There's lots more of them to paint in this year. So yeah, I can see getting to 365. I do need to make good progress though and get ahead, because I know in the summer I won't get as much done. Just not a thing. Kids' holidays, nice weather, being outside, even in spring, doing the garden and stuff. Other things compete for my time, but I need to get ahead in these next few months, and wish me luck. Yeah, or just curse me out in the comments for being an idiot and trying to do this. I'm going to update it through the year, each month, see how we're doing. I'm not going to keep track of how many models I buy this year, but I reckon 365, I should be able to stay under that. So if we... Actually, I have no idea. I was just talking about buying 103 goblins off someone. Yeah. Scratch that bit. Let me know if you've got a target for this year of how many you want to paint. Put it in the comments. Join the Discord. Be following along with how I'm doing with this on Discord, and everybody else on there is always sharing what they're working on. It's quite enriching, you know, and it's good atmosphere. Otherwise, I will catch you next time, and I thank you for watching and liking and subscribing and all that jazz. And yes, thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.